Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to learn to make this gorgeous, oh God, this corner to corner granny square I think is the most beautiful, and it's the easiest to get square, if that makes sense. I struggle with my squares ending up square, but this one is perfect. I also think it is beautiful, and I've used a striped yarn, so each of my squares are a little bit different in color, which I think is amazing. Just to show you an example of how these turn out. Oh, gorgeous. So let's get started. You're gonna grab your, if you wanna make these exact squares, those are with Red Heart Super Saver, and the color is Retro Stripe. So really pretty color. I'm so excited about how those turned out. And I'm going to zoom in here so I can show you how to get started on this. Okay, so you're going to use a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, or whatever hook matches the yarn you're using, because you can really use any yarn with this. And you're going to do a slip knot. The two stitches you're going to need to know are slip stitch and double crochet. So I have other videos that show you how to do the double crochet, and I'll show you on here how to do a slip stitch, which is super easy. But for right now, we're going to begin. So I'm going to make sure I'm in frame because I have filmed this multiple times and been out of frame. So hopefully I'm in there. We're going to start with a chain of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you're going to go to the 4th chain from hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. And make a double crochet. Yarn over. Through that 4th chain from hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's your double crochet. If you want to learn more about how to do a double crochet, go ahead and watch my video on how to double crochet. It'll help you out a lot. In the next stitch, we're going to do a double crochet. And in the last stitch, we're going to do a double crochet. And I'm just going to call these bunches because I don't know what else to call them, but that's your first bunch. After you're done with that, you're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, into the 4th chain from hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to double crochet. Into the next stitch, double crochet. Into the next stitch, double crochet. And you should look like this. Okay? What you're going to do with this is you're going to, this is the stitch you just finished, closest to your hook, or this is the bunch you just finished, closest to your hook. You're going to flip that first bunch up. You're just going to flip it up. Boop. And right here is a 3 chain space, and that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that space here. Okay? Into that space, you're going to do a slip stitch, which is put your hook through that chain space, wrap your hook around, pull through, and then just pull through the loop on your hook. That's the slip stitch to join. You're going to chain 3, and into this chain space you're going to work 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. So you have your chain 3 and your 3 double crochets. Then you're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to start again. Double crochet into the 4th chain from hook. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Double crochet. Next stitch is a double crochet. Next stitch is a double crochet. And then we're back to, we should look like this. And we have to flip this work up. because that's the chain space we're looking for right here. So I flipped that up. This one stays down. I flipped that up. Join with a slip stitch right into that chain 3 space and chain 3. I just flipped this down out of my way so I don't grab that yarn and snag it. You're going to do 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3 right into that chain space. And now you can flip this one up. Join with a slip stitch. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And then that's your third row. So row 1, row 2, row 3. You're going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Double crochet into the 4th chain from hook. Double crochet into the next stitch. Double crochet into the next stitch. And you've got your little bundle done. And then you're going to flip your work up. Find that chain space and put a slip stitch in it to join. Chain 3. And I'm going to move my work out of the way. 3 double crochets into this same chain space. Oops. That's 2, that's 3. And then go ahead and flip that up again. You don't have to keep it out of your way. I just do because I tend to snag the, like, if I'm working on this one, I will tend to snag this one. So I just kind of bend it out of my way. You're going to slip stitch into that chain 3 space. Chain up 3. And then 3 double crochets. Okay. Then you're at your last bundle and there's your chain space. Go ahead and slip stitch into there. Chain 3, 3 double crochets, okay, now you're going to go into the chain 6 again, and start that process over where you double crochet into the 4th chain, and you can go back and look at that if you want to. But this is creating row 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you can do it as big as you want. I have pieces big like this. This is a 12, 1, 2, 3. Let me get this into the picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bundles across. This one is 6 bundles across. This one in a solid color, if you want to see that, is 6 bundles across. So you just make them as big as you want. You can actually make an entire blanket this way. And I think it would turn out beautiful. But go ahead and make as many rows as you want. 1, 2, 3. Let's do 5 rows for this. If you're working right along with me, I'm going to do 1 more row of these, and then we're going to start to decrease to make our square. So I have my chain of 6. I'm going to go into that 4th chain from hook, make a double crochet, double crochet in the next, double crochet in the next, flip my work up, slip stitch into that chain space, chain 3, double crochet, 1, 2, and 3 times. Bring your work over. I just kind of keep it like bundled in my hand, like out of the way, however you can keep it out of your way. But you should have this chain space right here. Slip stitch into that chain space, chain 3, double crochet 3 times, 1, 2, and 3. Go into your next 3 chain space, slip stitch, chain 3, and 3 double crochets right into that chain space. Last one. Okay, let me tell you about the last one. I'm gonna do the last one. Okay, so chain 3, 3 double crochets, 2 and 3. Now we have finished our 5 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across. It's going to be 5 up, 5 across, and 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across the center. Now we want to start to decrease to square this up. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn your work, and you're going to slip stitch into these 3 stitches here. So slip stitch into here, 1, 2, the next one, number 3, and then you've run into a chain space here, okay? So you're going to slip stitch into that chain space, chain up 3, and then continue with the 3 double crochets into the chain space. So the interior is the same. It's the end stitches that are a little bit different. So here you've got your chain space again, slip stitch into there, chain 3, 3 double crochets, into the next chain space, slip stitch, chain 3, 3 double crochets. I got yarn coming from somewhere else. I just think this turns out so pretty, and I actually think it's super easy. Into the next chain space, slip stitch and chain 3. Three double crochets. 1. Pay attention to this part because we're at the end again. So when you come to your last bundle, see how you want that to start going this way? You're just going to slip stitch into there and turn your work, and then slip stitch into these 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch into that chain 3 space, and chain 3, 2, 3. Oops. 3 double crochets into that chain space. 1, 2, and 3. Your next chain space should back right up to you, so it's slip stitch into there. 1, 2, and 3 chains, and then 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Into the next chain 3 space, you're going to slip stitch, chain up 3, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And there's your last one, which you're just going to slip stitch into. Turn your work and slip stitch into the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch into this chain 3 space and chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. 3 double crochets into that chain space. Into the next chain space, join with a slip stitch, and chain 3. 3 double crochets into that chain space. 1, 2, and 3. It starts to close up very fast because we're already at the end. So we're just going to pop a slip stitch in there. Turn your work. Slip stitch into the next chain, the next one, and the next one. Slip stitch into that chain 3 space, chain 3, and 3 double crochets. And this gap here always looks really big, but once you are done with it, it doesn't. But that was our last little cluster, and we're going to find this chain space here, slip stitch into there, and then tie off. And this is your corner to corner granny square, corner to corner blanket. However you want to do this corner to corner stitch, that's how it's done. It is easy. It has, this yarn itself doesn't have a lot of drape, but this one's a little bit softer. It has some drape to it. It's a really nice stitch and a really nice pattern. I hope this helped you. If this helped you learn to make this granny square, please give me a like and subscribe because I teach more about crochet for beginners. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I appreciate you. Well, I'm going to say that again. I appreciate you so much. I hope to see you again. Thanks. Have a great day.